troops, it's GeneralJSmith here, back on Saturday the 19th of October with actually not a classic review, but rather a special review of a sort of mix between a Star Wars book and a Star Wars sort of, well, actual Lego set. It is the Lego Star Wars Brickmaster from 2010. Well, actually, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, quite frankly, I couldn't find many videos of this set on YouTube to base my stats off, so I don't really know the proper stats of this. I think it came out in 2010. I hope, whatever. It has 240 pieces, or bricks, because you can see it right there on the packaging. Obviously, it also has 2 figures. And I think, this is not absolutely certain, but I think when it was new, it was £25 or $30, I think, maybe. Roughly around there. Something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so, what is to say about this? I've had this book for, actually not that long, only like a year myself, so I only got it like last year for my birthday or something. My parents bought it for me. It wasn't on my birthday list or anything, and yes, I do still have a birthday list. What of it? No, I'm just joking. Anyway, but, they just got it for me, and I'm really glad, actually. It's actually kind of cool little set, which which is definitely not the worst set in the world. I mean, it's pretty good, quite frankly, especially back in those days where, before we had the new Phase 1 figure, you got another one of these Phase 1 clone troopers, just normal ones, which at that time was very rare. We were getting things like bomb squad troopers and stuff like that we just didn't want. So, if you just want to build an army, then it's a good set because you get one of them. It actually might have been cheaper than £25. I'm not sure. Can't remember. But, whatever. You also get a normal battle droid to build up your battle droid army. So, yeah, this was a really good. And, by the way, there is a new one that's already out. It's been out for, I'm not entirely sure, a few months, I think. I'm going to do a little history on it now, because I'm not sure I remember by the end of this review. There's a new one out of this, but instead of getting a normal clone trooper, we're getting Commander Gree, which isn't brilliant. I mean, if you don't have the Generation cannon, then I suppose, yeah, it's good to get Commander Gree, but I mean, I've got 2 of the Generation cannons, so I've got 2 Commander Grees. So I don't need him. It also comes with the Commando droid, so I don't really need that as well, because I've got quite a few of them. So, and the sets I don't think are as good as this, but we'll see. I might get that Brickmaster one day, maybe not, who knows. Apparently you can make 8 exclusive Lego models. 8 different ones. I mean, there's 2 on the on the package. Okay. I suppose let's get into it. This video is going to be like a mix between how to builds and reviews, because obviously I'm going to do a very quick how to build of it. It's going to be like 30 seconds long or whatever. Of each 2 sets. Well, it'll look like 30 seconds, but it'll probably take a bit longer. And then I'll do the review of that. And I'll keep doing this. I'll see how long the video's going on for. If it's going on for like hours and hours, then I might do it in like 2 parts or something, because there's 4 different sort of scenes you can make. But anyway, enough chat. Sheesh, we're already 3.5 minutes in. I think it's time we got on to building the first 2 sets, which are these 2. But anyway, let's get on to it. Hey guys, so I'm back. I've built the set you just saw. That's probably like 30 seconds long or something. It was actually quite a bit long for me. It was like probably like half an hour just to build these 2 little things. I mean, I probably should have mentioned beforehand, this is obviously not new. I did get this a year ago. And a year ago, they did come in different bags, which probably made it a lot easier. And just, and you may have noticed that it took me a little while to find some pieces because they were small and just for various reasons. So it did take me a little longer than normal. But yeah, but I think this is the only, out of the 4 sets you can make, this is the only set where you use all the pieces. All the other sets, you only use some pieces, and some of them you can put back in here. I will show you the box a little later. Now, if you, I think a good thing to get if you're hoping to obviously take this apart and get build the other ones is you need really one of these. This is one of the things that is useful. I mean, obviously I've built all of these sets quite a few times, but this is pretty useful to take apart pieces easily, take pieces off. It's just, you know, just get a brick separator, so, and that'll just be very helpful. But anyway guys, let us get into the first set, the set that is on the box itself. Now this is the only set that is actually like a mini version of actual sets. Like, all the other sets, for example, on the back, see that one, obviously these sets don't actually exist. Neither do that one, and neither does that one. This set, how can I do it sideways, sorry. This set is the only set that actually exists in Star Wars, obviously apart from the fact it is mini. So that's pretty cool. And another cool thing, not really with this set, but with this set, if you get like a bunch of them, you can like line them up and use them in a stop motion and pretend that these are full size and they're just off in the distance, because it's a lot cheaper to buy a bunch of these than it is to buy a bunch of these actual full size ones. So that's a good technique, you know, if you want to pretend your AT-ATs are in, oh no, sorry, your AATs are in the distance, and you know you can't bother to buy a bunch of full-sized ones, you could just buy these little ones and pretend, you know. That's a cool stop-motion technique. Comparing this to the old one, why don't I just move this back, move that the way. This is the size of it. You notice a considerable difference. Obviously no one can fit in, there are no figure holes. Like in the normal one where the cockpit can go up and down, or the hatch, whatever, this one does not move, there's just a piece that's attached. See? Just stick it on there, and it does not come off. It can spin 360 though, which is cool, and obviously so can this one. So they can spin 360. It doesn't have any sort of sliding pieces. Like on the bottom of this one, it has those sliding pieces, and on most craft, like on most hover vehicles, they tend to have these sliding pieces on the bottom to make it try to look like it's hovering. I thought they'd still do the same with this set, even though it's smaller, but apparently they haven't. They didn't add those ones. But you know. But actually, I do think this looks pretty similar. Oops, I keep dropping it. Oh well. I do think it looks pretty similar, apart from the fact, obviously, it is smaller. Yeah, really. That's pretty much it. Nothing really much to say. Got some nice detailing. Sorry it's so dusty, I haven't had this for some time. Yeah. Just a kind of nice, it's smaller than my hand, so that still gives you a scale of how big it is. Compared to a figure, that's how big it is. So it's not massive. But it does its job. You know, if you had like a line of them, oops, off in the distance, like a line of them over there, that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, this seems like the sort of set that would be in a polybag, really. You know, so that's kind of cool. On the figures, sorry I forgot to mention, but the figures you just get normal battle droid. I'm really not going to go much into it. Normal battle droid, nothing to compare it to. There you go, with a normal gun. And then you get just one normal clone with a normal gun. And there you go. Really nothing to them. I've shown these clones many times. Yeah. Okay. And you never take these apart. Like, you don't need any of the pieces from these figures for any of the other sets. So once you build these figures, you don't need to take them apart again. They can just go in whatever. Funny enough, though, out of all the mini sets, these are the only two sets where the figures can't go in. For example, in this random set, obviously the figures can go in the actual set, and so in that one, and so in that one. But this is the only set that they can't go in. But I suppose this is the only set that's really canny to it. Anyway, let's get into the shuttle. Okay. Nothing much to say about this either. The cockpit goes up and down, however that's not canny, I think it's just sort of the way that Lego built it. But I think it's meant to be in that position, and it just stops there. It's got the guns on the side, which can turn completely 360. Oops. And I dropped it. That shows you how sort of, I've completely lost it now. But that shows you how delicate they are. You know, it's not gonna, whatever, I have to find it in a minute. Anyway. Got these little guns that go up and down, but once again, that's not canny, so whatever. Got these studs, actually these pieces, see? These see-through 2x1 pieces, which do go on the bottom. Got 2 of them on there. That's cool. These wings have nothing to stop them, really. Normal hinge there. So they can just go up like that, or like that, or like that. But when it's flying, it's meant to go like that, and that is the limitation of its movement. See? Yeah. On the back, some nice end detailing back here. Kind of nice. I like this. Kind of cool. And there you are. And like the gunship, it's meant to have 2 pilots. I mean, obviously this one's a small one, but unfortunately I can't compare this to the 2008 one, or 2009, I forget, because I don't have it. However, I have wanted it for many years, and I will get it someday. So, yeah. But, there you go. Yeah. By the way, in the book, when you're building it, it has sort of, that's like a large section of the book, or whatever, is just the place where you put the pieces. And the pieces do go in very nice. Hey, hang on. These are all the pieces you get, obviously. You don't use all of them in every set, but and you just lift this up, and in there, see, there's nothing there. But if you pull this up and down, there you go. They're meant to go in there. So that's cool. Any extra pieces you get, if you're building a different set, you can just stick in there and you won't lose them. It's very secure. Sorry, obviously, yeah, I know, just obviously it is ripped. That's not what it's meant to look like, but I have used it for like quite a few years now. Well, not quite a few years, but it's actually quite interesting, this book. I mean, those things are sort of very new, but I mean, like, look, it's got all these different things. Manufacturer who built the droids, all this stuff. You can pause the video if you want to look at them. See? Kind of interesting information about these guys. Not to that though, but as you're going through the book, it's a lot of information, seriously. Is that, wow. You have to pause the video if you want to read these. I mean, you got everything about the AAT. I mean, that's cool. Top tip. Oh no, wait, that's something else. You got all the parts of the AAT, apparently. So there's some interesting stuff. You know, some people have wondered where I get all my information when I do my reviews. But just random places. For example, this. See? Some cool stuff here. So apparently the official name is the NU class attack shuttle. But I think everyone just calls it the Republic attack shuttle. This is cool. I think I'll have to do this, by the way, in 2 parts. Yeah, because this is going to go on a long time. Oh, wait, yeah. Takes a lot of building. Cockpit. Blah blah blah. How's the pilot gonna? This is getting boring now. The wings. This takes a lot of pages to build. And you got the stats of the thing. Okay, and I assume that's the same for all the sets, but I can't remember. Oi! Okay. that concludes the first set. Oh, I think we'll just do the second set, which will probably be... Let's do... What's after this one? We'll do the one after this one. Oh, those two. Those two sets. We'll do those two and then we'll conclude this video. And I'm going to give a couple of shout outs, but I'll do that at the end. And then there'll probably be a part 2 video where I'll do the other 2 sets. Okay guys, so let's get into the next one. Okay guys, so I'm back. Now my camera apparently has like literally 5 minutes left on the memory card, so we're gonna have to make this one quick. Okay, so these are all the extra pieces you got left. As I said, the last one was the only one you used all the pieces. These amount of pieces you have. With the drawing one, as I said before, these are ones that Lego's completely made up. It's not incredibly accurate. I mean, like, sorry, it's not incredibly symmetrical. For example, with the guns, like just on one random side. It doesn't look incredibly good. Definitely not my best set. It could be worse, I suppose. I mean, the droid is apparently meant to hold on to this thing. This, yeah. And he's just meant to like stand up like that and do whatever, and shoot like that. It's not bad. Apparently, this one's meant to hover as well. Let's see. So yeah. Compared to my hand, it's about that size. So, not very big, not very small. I think it's probably meant to be lights on the front. That's kind of cool design. But apart from that, it could be better. I mean, I don't understand really why they attached this gun here when they put exactly the same here pegs. They could have just attached the gun like this. But no, apparently they felt the need to attach it on the side and make it non-symmetrical and look not incredibly nice to look at. But what you're going to do, there you go. Now, versus, I don't know what this is. Apparently this set is called the Desert Raid. Sorry, I'm trying to read the instructions upside down. Now, this is the clone's vehicle. The clone just sits in there, with those two studs, and he holds these two controls, go up and down. See? Up and down. And this thing goes up and down slightly like that. The front bit. Oops. But yeah, that's just like that. This gun isn't symmetrical either. I think it's just because they had a limited amount of pieces, and you know they didn't want to have add more, and just whatever. But anyway, it does go 360. It's pretty small, not very big, just compared to a figure. So it's pretty small, kind of dinky. That's kind of funny. I think these are probably like cannons on the wings as well. Maybe, I'm not sure. You know, and these wings do go up and down. That's the range they're moving. It's like wings on a bird. But I think that's also meant to hover like so. Nothing underneath. For about halfway through now. My camera's got like 2.5 minutes left. Okay, so nice engine back detailing. I like that. It's got no engine back detailing on here because it's just like a sled, really. Kind of looks sort of fat, I suppose, like compact. Like if you took a set normal size and just squeezed it down. That's what this kind of looks like. So that's kind of funny. We've got some nice detailing along there. On the sides. And yeah, the guy just sits in there. Which is pretty cool. There's actually quite a few pages more than I thought there'd be on this set. One of the problems is the fact, which isn't just particularly this set, but any set, if you're trying to rebuild it, you have to, really the best way is to take, you know, completely undo all the pieces of the set. Like, of the previous set, completely take them all out. Like, completely put it right down to just like single pieces, have none of them attached, and then put it back together on this side. It was just easier, and you might have noticed that how to build was a bit longer, and all that, because I had to do that halfway in the middle, because otherwise it just wasn't easy at all. Apparently, according to Lego, this does exist, and it is a real thing, but I don't think it is. What else? There's no real news. Oops. Okay. You can read that. Pause the video if you want to read them, but I mean, There you go. Yeah, oh gosh, camera's falling down. 1 minute, less than a minute probably. My camera is probably like literally about to cut out if it hasn't already. But anyway, so this is the end of part 1. Thank you for watching part 1. Stay tuned for part 2. You know, part 2 we'll be doing the other 2 sets. Well, apparently this is the ice. No, sorry, this is the ice encounter. No, the next one we're doing is going to be the raid. Okay, my camera is literally about to cut out. Okay, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe. Next time we'll be doing those 2 sets. So please stay tuned for part 2. Bye, guys. Alright, guys, so I hope you enjoyed part 1. Part 2 will be coming next week. But before I go, I just want to give a shout out to Adult Fan of Lego UK. Another British YouTuber. Obviously. Well, another British Lego Star Wars YouTuber. We don't see Lego Star Wars YouTubers that often, to be honest. You know, we're a pretty rare breed. Anyway, so I want to give a shout out to him, since he's giving a shout out to me. And yeah, he does some really cool videos. He's got like 109 subscribers now. What is this, the 16th or something of, no, 15th of October. So, he does some really cool videos. I mean, he's done the Ewok Village, did that a while ago. So yeah, that's pretty cool. He got a lot of views for that, understandably. He's done that, I've done that as well. I really want to do that one day, and I will do it. Hopefully soon, I don't know. You know, we'll see when I get it, as soon as I get it. So he does some, like me, he does builds, like how to build or whatever, of pretty much the majority of all his sets. At least all the ones he's reviewed, I think. So yeah, he apparently also does other things, apart from Lego Star Wars. He also does, what is that? That is the Winter Village, oh yeah, from, yeah, I've seen that. So he does some cool stuff. I'm on his channel listing, yeah. I'm literally about to go to my channel and put him on my box. So, I'll do that. And yeah. Okay, so that is it. Please, check a link in the description for his channel and for part 2. Which I have actually already made, believe it or not, because I am doing this on like Tuesday or something, and I made this video on last Sunday, and then I made part 2 on Monday, yesterday. So part 1 and 2 are okay, and in fact part 2 is editing right now, so that's pretty cool. It takes a lot of edit work. I'm just rendering it. Blimey, it's increasing in time. It's probably going to take some time before it's done, but oh anyway, so shout out to him. Please check the link for his channel and for part 2. And I will see you in next week's episode. We'll be doing part 2, obviously. Bye, troops.